The following is a presentation of MRE Uno Division 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to MRE Uno's Medieval Mayhem, the second stream match of the day here of 3. And after a very intense matchup between Sky and Dan that just wrapped up, we are keeping things going in the Tavern region, as it is going to be number 3 Captain Gaming taking on number 5 Radjon. Two players who are both 4 and 2 and very much could use a victory here, as they're both kind of nicely placed in terms of playoff contention, in terms of at least make it be in the top 25, but could be looking to make that push into the top 10 and maybe claiming one of those at-large berths for the D2 Championship outright. So a big matchup for both these players here as they look to try to keep that run going. But we'll see how this one plays out. Will it top the match we just had? We'll see, but for both, going to be a big matchup to win here as we are about to get things going underway. I'm your host, G-Man. We got the same crew as before, but beforehand, we will go into the bracket once again. Just saw this at the end of the Sky Dan match, but again, Sky getting the win 4-3 in a very close fight. And then in terms of the rest of the bracket, Bree beat Sam 4-3 as well, so Sky and Bree is determined. So we have to figure out the other round of 16 matchup for the Tavern region. 6 won the top half of it with the victory 4-2 over Leah. But the interesting thing about this is 6 is going to be the lower seed no matter who wins this one, as Captain Gaming and Radjon are both the higher seeds. 3v5 in this one. So we'll see who gets it done and gets the home field against 6 in the round of 16. But it's going to be Captain Gaming Radjon. 2 spots left in the round of 16 overall. But this will conclude the Tavern region once this one is done with. But going to kind of keep things rolling on here, as this will be the second to last match of the round, and then our final match will be at 6 p.m. between Danny and Marble Side. But going to keep things moving along here. Going to go back into the table. Got to have the game initialized here. Once again, joined by Cyan, who will be doing back-to-back here for this one. Captain Gaming Radjon, both players are off to decent starts this season. For Captain Gaming especially, using the regional finals run from tournament 2 decently well after picking up another win here in this tournament. But your thoughts on both these players here and what this win could mean for both of them?
Yeah, this will be another interesting game, that is for sure. I mean, Captain Gaming already looking like a season better than last year, hoping to keep the consistency alive and maybe go to back-to-back regional finals, which would be a very good look when we talk about the D2 Championship exiting T3. It'll definitely help Captain Gaming out in the long run. Meanwhile, for Radjon, I've seen Radjon play this game before. He has the experience, he has the potential to go very far, and he has proven, like, just so. I mean, Radjon may have the consistency for the most part on the low end of things, but what Radjon needs is a peak run, something he hasn't run into yet. But if he makes it very far and get past Captain Gamer, that would be a very good win on his resume, no doubt about it.
I'm gonna type out a question for Captain Gaming, and I'm gonna ask Radjon a pre-game question, but all right. There's a question for Captain Gaming. We'll see what he says. Rajon, for you, you've kind of been. I mean, obviously, it's only been two tournaments, so far for you, but you've kind of been having a bit of a step ladder here, where it's round of 32 into round of 16, and then you're looking to continue that with a regional finals appearance here. You go up against Captain Gaming though, who is definitely going to be a very tough opponent. Made it to the regional finals last tournament, and similar as you, is at 4 wins and is a strong contender to maybe fight for one of those at-large spots in the deep championship. Your thoughts going into this one on playing Captain Gaming, and what a win would mean for you here to make it back to the round of 16 and maybe have a shot to continue that the kind of the ladder you're building right now for your season as you look to try to be a playoff contender.
Yeah, of course. I think because what I see is probably the toughest competitor I've ever played against, so it's gonna be much different than any other game before. I say based on we're probably both stronger players, so we'll see who gets the better card. And obviously, this tournament, I hope to continue the line of last time in winning each game, each time. And yeah, and I know, and just in terms of the general classifications, I know this is may break it. Winning this game can really lift me up to potential D2 championships spots. And if I lose this one, it's gonna be really nerving in next tournament. So it's winner break now.
All right, thank you, Raja. I'm going to read Captain Gaming's response, and I mean for Captain Gaming, he's just being straight to the point here. For him, it will take 4 wins. Either I get lucky or I play well, or Raja plays badly. No, it's not a particularly interesting answer, but that's the truth. I'm just going to play the cards I'm given and see what happens. All right, so Captain Gaming just straight to the point here, looking to get the win, but just kind of being a straight shooter on what he believes it'll take to get the win here. So, gonna get this one started here. Captain Gaming gonna go with 10 cards to kick this one off, and we will get things rolling here with game number one. And
So, here we go. We're going to yellow ammo to kick off the series.
I'm pretty sure this is the exact same card that game one started on for Sky and Dan.
No, yellow +2 was the one for Sky and Dan.
No,
This one's another yellow ammo.
I think it was yellow. No, I think this was game three then, because I think we had the yellow skip before. It might have been game three then. Um,
Hmm.
but anyways, middle of the pack start here, and it's gonna start with the yellow skip. Uh, we'll see how Captain Gaming approaches this as we have our second stream match in a row.
And we won't be done yet, because if I heard correctly, there's one more after this.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna be immediately after though, because I know there's a cutoff of 5 p.m. for this one, 5 p.m. Eastern. So, uh, yeah, well, unless Captain Gaming is taking a while to play, all right, I think just kind of looking through the hand, gonna go with the yellow five. Nearly took a minute before the first play of the game. Ooh, Radjon immediately with a +2.
Alright, let's see how that works out.
All right, gonna roll with green here. Sorry, I had to check something. Depending on how long this goes, there may be a minute where I have to step out for like 5 minutes, but I will let you know if that happens. But gonna have a switch into red from Captain Gaming. Both just kind of running it down right now. It hasn't been any self draws so far. Ooh, Radjon maybe looking for the quick finish here. 3 reverses in a row, down to 2.
Ooh, could be a big one. Nope, not to the win, but at least to the Uno call.
All right, gets the Uno here. That's gonna put some pressure on Captain Gaming. We'll see how he responds. Saw a lot of great defense in the last game here. We'll see if we see some more of that in this one. Switch the red from Captain Gaming, going back to the original card, and that's going to be a good block from Captain Gaming as Radjon going to have to draw. And I will say, with the way the seeding format has been going, while definitely it kind of makes a bit of a mix for both,
Oh
I think
my
it's kind of putting a
goodness.
lot of these higher ranked players up against each other in the early rounds. You're kind of seeing that with a lot of these correct reads and moves, and especially in these early matches, and that's kind of creating a lot of good games that we've been seeing so far. In especially the round of 32 here. Round of 64 was a bit of a wash in some areas, but we've had a lot of good
Yeah.
games this round specifically.
I mean, especially with the situation with the head-to-heads, which are going to be very important when deciding the final lineup for the D2 Championship. I mean, we've seen it between Sky and Dan, but this one is even more important. These are one of the few top 25 ranked matches of the season. I mean, you see Radjon ranked at number 15, Cap Gaming at number 20. So this is an intense one here, as it may decide the fate of who goes on to the D2 Championship and who doesn't. And correction on Radjon on my end, he's actually number 14, not number 15. Oops.
Mm-hmm. Going a wild green from Radjon here, looking to disrupt things. Trying to block that switch from Captain Gaming. Captain Gaming gonna have nothing on yellow. Or nothing on green, my mistake.
That's alright. Radjon trying to freeze him up, but nope, Draw City.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the D2 championship rankings, this is gonna be number 14 versus number 20. Captain Gaming, I mean, with the win in the opening round, is definitely gonna be in a decent spot here, but could definitely use some more to try to jump himself into that D2 championship bubble. Because I mean, in terms of the tiers, Captain Gaming was kind of one of the last players in LCQ contenders entering exiting tournament 2, but looking to maybe jump into that D2 championship bubble where Radjon was barely hanging on exiting tournament 2. So um
Yeah, and I mean, as of now, you take a look at the players who got knocked down around the 32. I mean, Scars knocked out as a D2 chip contender. You see in the bubble, you have James KO'd, Shaddix KO'd probably. Sky's moving on, probably the only big one that's moving
Dilemma
on here so far. Oh yeah,
Dilemma
the
in the top
Lemon will
3.
more likely be towards the top, that's for sure. So, oh my, Cap Gaming.
Blue +2 there. To throw some more cards at Radjon. Captain Gaming gonna take the lead with that one as well. This has been a good back and forth game 1 here. We're really picking off from where we left off from Sky and Dan.
Absolutely, with some time to rest, we can definitely see how this works out as we head the red.
Right. Radjon playing the red here. Cap Gaming down low. Gets the Uno on that one. Now he's at Uno. This is his first Uno. He blocked Radjon at Uno the first time. We'll see if Radjon plays some defense here or if he'll just go along for the ride. Radjon taking a second. Radjon just gonna keep
Yep,
it
there we
red.
go.
And it ends up being the correct decision as Captain Gaming is one short.
Good call by Radjon, down to 3. We'll see if he can generate
Down to
something, and here he
2.
goes.
Both are down to 2 here. If Captain Gaming gets... No, Captain Gaming does not have it. Does Radjon get the Uno?
This is either for the win or to freeze him over.
Gets the check on the yellow here, and that's going to force Captain Gaming in a tough spot here, only with 3 cards to respond.
Yep, this is certainly a heater right there. But with 3 cards, it could also be a finish at the same time. It'd be very unfortunate for Radjon if it was a finish for Captain Gaming here. Sir.
Tried the power play there. Cannot do that when the opponent's at 1 card. Has the +4 though.
Ooh. Yep, and down
And
to
the
a
Uno call
card.
nearly
And
didn't
the
get that.
Uno just in time. Not the first time we've seen that today.
Not the first time we've seen someone get away with it also. But Radjon getting denied the play and the +4 respawn
Oh
as well.
my goodness! That had to come from the +4 on Cap Gaming's end. It just had to be.
I mean, it definitely did because otherwise Radjon wouldn't be able to finish with that. So kind of eye for an eye there, but that's gonna reset things. I think Captain Gaming's ultimately gonna be okay with that because if he didn't do that +4, that would have been game over.
Do we see a triple +4? That's probably unlikely, but hey, we've already seen it earlier today.
Switching the green. I like that switch from Captain Gaming. Not gonna try to deny that yellow that Radjon's really wanting.
Fair enough, but with 4 freshies, you do not know which color they would actually prefer. So it is really a mind game on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I figured the green was not going to be that great there, but only one green from Radjon. Captain Gaming looking to keep it going, does not though, and it's going to be a draw from both here, and we keep this opening game going. Oop, top deck yellow 7 gets out of there. Now we're back at the yellow, which was what Radjon wanted before. Captain Gaming with the lead. He's now down the 2. Radjon looking to follow him. Both typing.
They're preparing. Potentially for the finish, or potentially for the Uno count. We'll wait and see here in a moment.
Radjon's got a decision to make here. We'll see what he does. He has 3 cards left. Radjon's going to go for the power play right there.
Oh,
So game 1 switches the blue. So Radjon already uses his power play. Make sure. And that's it. Gets to switch the
fair
blue
enough.
there on the 8, and that'll do it for game 1. So
Fair enough. Did not want to see a reply on blue. That could have been the finisher.
I'm gonna make this orange position arrow darker because of Radjon's color there. Couldn't risk it on the 2. Just curious to see what Captain Gaming's finish was there. He's usually someone who doesn't like the in-between questions that much, so I'll usually try to keep it brief, but I am curious what the ending was there.
Fair enough.
Red 5, blue 6.
Ooh,
Ooh, so
wouldn't have been
actually,
the finisher on that one.
in that situation, Radjon would have been able to get the win even without power play, so a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate there, but for Radjon, still able to pick up the win no matter what.
Yeah.
Radjon, any quick comments on that one?
Yeah, like I said, I just couldn't take the risk. I usually notice when I play, I keep postponing using my power play instead of getting the win when it's really close. So I thought just get rid of it instead of having a useless power play at the end. So
All right, we'll go to game 2 here. 12 cards for Captain Gaming. Was originally going to go the full send, but actually decided to change the 12. So, Voiles, if you could put that in. There you go.
That does make sense to go to 12, though. I mean, you're still in the middle tier, want to make this subtle switch over to get a couple more cards in your possession to potentially play with, or even better, in a good avenue to go for the victory.
All right. Running green on the start here. Captain Gaming looking to tie it up here. Radjon looking to try and use that game 1 win to his advantage to build some momentum. Top 25 is getting released soon. But that's for D1. As we keep going on green. And it's +2 from Radjon to throw Captain Gaming back a little bit. Alright, then it's gonna be end the run on green here, gonna switch to yellow.
Playing a numbers game for the most part. But so far, Radjon still has a slim lead.
Well, we keep on going here.
Looks like Radjon has got to a stop. Opportunity for Cap Gaming to take the lead.
And take the
And
lead he
he
will.
does in good fashion. Woof!
Yeah, gonna make a bit of a gap there on that one. As really looking to try to make this 1-1.
Reply with another two-bagger.
Alright, blue 6, got the draw there. Another red 6, so I'm gonna keep it going. Alright, well. 8 and 3-card run there into yellow here. Captain Gaming really looking to try and get this win, but both are really low again. Radjon is not going to have the power play this time to try and undercut the win, but both are down to 2 apiece. Captain Gaming gets the Uno.
Be it here. We'll see if Radjon has a reply for this.
And he has the
Oh
+4 to steal it.
my!
Wow.
From under the rug. Wow. What a way to bring in a sneaky finish, that's for sure.
Last card was a green. Okay, so
Ooh.
unless it was a green 9, again, Captain Game was not really looking to be in a spot to get that win there. Did get the green, but just kind of not in the way he needed it.
Absolutely not. Unfortunate luck here by CG so far.
Okay.
As,
Yeah. Radjon,
yeah.
was the +4 from the start, or did you end up picking the up to the draw?
Yeah, I had to +4 from the start, I think. I did quite some time. It's just needed to get the right combination.
Alright, well, other than that, I don't have much to say on that one. We'll go jump to game 3 here. Radjon has the call now up 2-0. So we'll see what Radjon decides to go for here. Gonna go down to 8, so lowest lowest card there, and red 1 to start this one off.
Interesting selection here, even though CG has the power play advantage. I mean, if you just somehow manage to get a great hand, it doesn't even matter what CG has afterwards, so it's a decision, it's for sure, but we'll see if it works out here. And if so, then he has a 3-0 lead.
Alright. Well, Radjon drawing on the yellow already, so I mean that switch from Captain Gaming is putting him off to a good start here. But not gonna last long as Radjon gets back into the red.
Yep, well, I was about to say, does CG have any cards on red? Well, he just showed one of them.
Right, well, Radjon looking to keep going on the red here. Maybe a little chain action. He is typing. Ooh, 3-card play here. Gonna
Oh
take the lead with that one. Throws
my.
the +2 on the top.
What a way to take the lead and then some. Just like that. Now it's a 3-card gap.
There really has not been a lot of cards played overall so far, and I mean the ammo hasn't really had any distinctions besides I guess the skips and the wilds, but Captain Gaming is gonna
Oop.
play the +4 to go in the green. Wants none of what Radjon is trying to cook here.
Fair enough. I mean, if you want to bring in heavy ammo, then reply with a heavy ammo. At low tier, you gotta do anything it takes, regardless of how early it is, as we see the wild.
We are going all over the board here as Radjon goes in the blue double play from Captain
Oh
Gaming, so that actually
my.
works
That
out decent.
benefited Captain Gaming.
Works out decent for him. We'll see how the rest of this goes, but Radjon looking to get a play off. Blue 4. How long can Captain Gaming run this blue? Not very long. Gonna have to draw right there. And blue 7. Cap Gaming looking to find that switch when he can. And another draw there from Captain Gaming, so can't find it. Stuck on this blue at the moment. Radjon looking for the continuation here on this blue.
Right
We'll
now,
have
it seems
it.
like we're tied. Radjon wants to keep the lead on the arrow possession.
Oh, Captain Gaming is going for a power play
Oh,
here. Switches the yellow. Power plays
this
off the
could
board
be.
entirely.
This could be to prevent him from getting the 3-0 lead. And here we go, G. This may very well be to go 2-1. Oh, call
Caught
out
the win right there.
opportunity did not present itself there. But now we have a match.
Captain Gaming actually did not call Uno there, so he could have got called out, but
Yeah,
able
called
to get
out
away with
after
it.
getting a triple +2. Dang. Highway Robbie, if you thought game 2 was a steal, then holy cow, nothing comparison to this one.
All right, I'm gonna ask him that one because I mean that came off the draw there, and I mean Radjon gets the blue 8, and then Captain Gaming goes for it off the switch, and then just has that big chain to the end there. So I'm kind of interested to see kind of how that played out for him and going for the power play right there because after game 3 now we have both players who have already used their power play, so off the board entirely. So I'm really curious to see what he had to say on that one. Could just be he wanted to get on the board. It could also be he just saw a big opportunity. Was worried he had the second blue 8. Okay, so was worried for a crossover there in that case. And would have lost if he did. Yeah, fair enough. Wanted to ensure that he had that he blocked the crossover if possible. Rajon, were you close to a finish there, or was it just kind of going along with the numbers?
Yeah, he had made a good call. I had to finish plans. So yeah, I guess if he
Okay.
didn't power play there, it's. Oh wait, now I see the yellow 8. I would have just played a yellow 8. So no,
Okay.
sorry.
No, all good.
But I had a finish, so the power play in general was good.
All right, fair enough. All right, gonna go to game 4 here. It's been every single game has been a waste win so far. So Rajon's got the game 4 call. We'll see what he decides on here, and he's gonna go even lower. Gonna go with 6 cards.
Oh, we'll see who has more ammo, because in this case, whoever has more ammo, whoever has the connected ammo, will be the one that ends up winning this. I mean, that's what usually happens when you see 5 or 6 cards like that at
Not
the same exact time.
Not
Same
necessarily.
time,
I'm sorry to jump in. We've seen some people be able to just run it with a number of connections here and just not even have a single ammo card. So,
Yeah,
I'll
that
get it
is
depending on how
fair.
that goes.
That is a fair play. But basically, if you have a +4 or a wild, this is the time where it could happen at any turn possible. Because this low, you really gotta be aggressive if you want to go for the win. No questions asked.
Well, both are playing aggressive here. No one has drawn yet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and
And
Captain
what?
Gaming's at Uno.
Oh, wow.
But he did dish out a +6 there, so Radjon has 6 extra cards to work with to try to play some defense.
Now that's what I call a heater.
Captain
Oh,
Gaming says he'll give you a
no.
hint. It's not blue. We'll see if Radjon's able to use that information wisely. Or maybe Captain Gaming's lying, who knows?
I swear, if we try to combine Uno and poker, then I'm out of here.
Well, switch is
Up
the
on the
yellow.
yellow. We'll see if that's the right call. And it is.
Gets the ice out there. Radjon able to keep this game going for now. Ditto play on the yellow 5. And now goes back in the red, so has a lot of 5s there to work with. Red skip and a draw. So I don't think it was red either, because Captain Game would have played the red skip. Green skip, and now at the door being left open allows for Radjon to go in the green here. That might free up Captain Gaming a little bit here.
Interesting call there. I mean,
that a draw?
especially with
No.
him still ahead of the game. Radjon still needs to find a way to play a little catch up, or hopefully for CG to be stopped in his tracks.
Another call
Gaming,
out.
you have the lead. Oh,
Gets the
goodness.
Uno on the switch to blue. Radjon with 3 cards. Captain Gaming looking to tie it up here. Radjon, does he have an answer? Blue 1. The third straight call out. Draws.
Watch this. Radjon plays, calls Uno. CG calls him out, fails a 4th time.
Or imagine he doesn't call Uno, and okay, he had it this time, but Ditto play for Uno. Another draw from Captain Gaming. Can Radjon get this one? He does. Runs it on blue to finish it, and that'll do it. It's gonna be 3-1 there.
Good comeback by Radjon.
All right. Yeah, I mean Radjon kind of able to run that. I think ironically what Captain Game was laying down played well into Radjon's hand, because I mean when he laid down that red scape, Radjon needed to get out of red, and he was able to do that with the green. And then Captain Gaming gave him the blue he needed to get out on, and that just kind of ended up working out well in Radjon's favor. So it's gonna be 3-1 here, and it's gonna be the first home win. Captain Game is going to go with 15 here for game 5. Radjon, just kind of have any feelings after that one there? You're 3-1, one away from the win.
I still can't believe I got through it, because after CG got to the first Uno, I thought he already won, and then I got with 8 cards or so. And afterwards, I just got the right cards at the right time, and was lucky that he didn't have those cards. So yeah, I still can't believe I won this set.
All right, well, that will I'll be it for game 4. We'll go to game 5 with the full send here. Captain Gaming looking to try to bring this one back. Been a quicker pace series so far. I haven't had any of those long. I mean, game 1 was decently long, but other than that, everything else has been around the 3 to 4 minute range. So, got the full send coming in. We're going to start with the green 4 as Captain Gaming looks to try to make this comeback.
Yep, good news for CG. He does have the home call for 2 of the next 3 games if necessary. So we'll see if CG can take control of this game and keep it.
Alright, Captain Gaming going to start with the green 2 here. Taking a minute to look through his hand. Going to be an important game for him as he's going to want to keep this series alive. But we're in the green for now. We're just going to be good with the starting color.
Slow numbers game so far, but we have seen much later on in these long games when they really start trading some heavy blows, but we all know it's a matter of time. It's just when will they decide to take the risk? Obviously, could be too early to tell, so we'll just keep watching here.
Alright, well, we do have the switch in the blue, and we're just kind of running that now. Both are just kind of playing numbers so far. And that's what they've been doing for the first 5 turns. Probably looking to extend it into a 6th here. Oh, nope, we get a little mix up here. Radjon with the double play. Gonna get a, gonna take the possession arrow lead. And gonna switch it into yellow. Radjon has had both color switches so far in this game. Captain Gaming says not so fast, gonna cross over into the green. Back into that original starting color, but Radjon is a bit wary about that. Gonna go into yellow. We'll see if Captain Gaming takes note of this. And he will. Plays the yellow reverse and it goes back into that green. What does Radjon do?
Yep. Chaos surely begins here. I mean, back and forth between yellow and green. Will it continue? And it will. And just like that, Radjon has a pretty decent lead with 4 cards left in his hand.
Another plus, throws out the +4 here. I think Radjon wanted to hold on to that, but wanted to try to go for the more aggressive move. But Captain Gaming not going to have an immediate switch here as we stay yellow. We'll see if the more aggressive move on the +4 is going to be worth it. And it's really looking to be worth it right now. It gets the Uno, but that's a lot of cards for Captain Gaming here. He has 14 cards. Goes in the red.
Yep. Especially Radjon's one. Anything can happen here.
I would expect a response from Captain Gaming here. But we'll see how this one goes. Just about to hit 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean the figures.
There you are.
Gonna go with just throwing 4 cards in. He's gonna keep the color the same, but just want to throw 4 cards Radjon's way, which I think is understandable. Likes the red for now, but doesn't want it game to end right there. And uses the red to switch into yellow.
Alright, I see what you're doing there.
I'm
Back
a
and
little
forth with red and
surprised.
yellow.
I'm a little surprised Captain Gaming did not use the +4 to go in the green. Because Radjon's been looking to avoid that color like the plague, but kind of just running the colors right now. Radjon will run out on yellow here. Captain Gaming look to keep it going on yellow, and he will.
Yep. Radjon hoping that at any time now he will be able to switch to a color that he can try to keep control of.
Captain Gaming is out on yellow here, so we're maybe looking at a draw city, although we get an immediate top deck. And switched into red, so that did not last too long. So now we're back into the red. Ditto play. Red 0 from Radjon. Radjon looking to run it down. Again, power play is off the board for both players here, so that's not going to be a factor. Triple play from Captain Gaming to try to cut that deficit down to 5.
Just like that, the card gap is now by only 2, now 1.
Ooh, all right. Radjon draws. Captain Gaming goes into that green. Radjon has been avoiding this green for a while and only has a green skip to show for it. Gonna stay at 4 cards left. Captain Gaming looking to go down to 3 or even less. And he will go down to less. Gonna go down to 2 with the green plus 2 to throw 2 extra cards to the Radjon.
Yeah, just like that, Captain Gaming is to the point.
Radjon with the green 9. Can Captain Gaming get the Uno? He does. Green 3 the Uno. Radjon draws. Can Captain Gaming close this one out? No, he cannot. 1 card short.
And we might be heading to Draw City, folks.
Looks to be the case here. Both drawing. And yeah, both just kind of drawing on the screen 3 here. Not much to be found at the moment.
Right now, it says their CG has 4, Radjon has 8. Radjon's been typing for quite a bit. Oh, and here we go.
Yeah, big chain here from Radjon. Through a plus 12 to Captain Gaming.
Yep. Now Radjon has a big lead again. Now he has 3. The Cap Gaming 16.
That could be a bit frustrating for Cat Gaming there because he had the lead for a while and then just bam evaporates out of nowhere. We'll see if he goes for a more aggressive approach or maybe plays it cool to start.
I mean, plus 12, 5 bagger. You gotta do what you gotta do. And Radjon did what they had to do with the cards he drew to survive this, or at least survive for a bit longer.
Yeah, alright. So Captain
Oh
Gaming gonna go for the more aggressive
my.
approach there. And gonna throw Radjon back to 13, so that's gonna be a bit of a reset here. This
Yep.
will likely be the longest game of the series so far.
Absolutely longest game so far. Take a look here. 1 plus 4 remaining, 2 wilds, and all the plus 2s are out from this hand. So it may very well come down to who has the last plus 4 if the plus 4 is in one of their hands.
Alright, well. Both just kind of running the red here.
Whoop. Another biggie.
Alright. So yeah, I mean both kind of just driving on the blue here. This is after a 4-card run from Captain Gaming, and he's going to throw another reverse into the mix here. Going to do a double play. Now he's down to 3. This is kind of a similar situation we were at like two or 3 minutes ago. Now Captain Gaming is once again out. Radjon's still able to keep going. Captain Gaming gets that tough switch on the 0 into yellow. Does that open the door for him? Radjon able to still keep going. Cap Gaming gets the Uno.
That could be big right there to force game 6. What does Radjon have?
Yellow 4. Does Captain Gaming have it? No. Again, Captain Gaming gets down to 1 card and falls just a bit short. Cannot find that lineup right now. And Radjon is just going to keep running it down here. The game is now tied. And now Radjon has taken the lead.
I mean, if you want that last +4 for Cap Gaming, you got to get it right now. Because if the +4 falls into Radjon's hand, it is over. Gambles that with the blue 1. And it works.
Yeah, able to get that block there. Can Captain Gaming turn it into an Uno call though? Check with the
And
wild
on the
green.
wild. Oh,
This was
now
a
this is
similar spot we were in game 1, but the roles were reversed. We'll see if Radjon has anything.
typing for a bit.
Gets the Uno, but that's
Double
not going to be
Uno.
enough.
Ah.
And another 0 from Captain Gaming, and Captain Gaming is going to stay alive in this series. Barely going to hold on, but Captain Gaming is still in this one.
That was a close one indeed. Came down to double Uno, but just at the end of the day, it all came down to who had it first, and in this case, it was Captain Gaming.
Alright, gonna quickly ask that, and then we'll keep on moving. Radjon, you got the double play there to get down to Uno. Did you have another green in the finish, or were you just kind of not gonna be able to finish that no matter what? Radjon,
Sorry, could you repeat that?
what was the last card?
The last card. Yeah, I had a yellow 9 at the end.
Okay, so
And when he did the what was it? The switch to blue 1, I only had the green skip and green 8 left. So
okay, all right. For Captain Gaming, his feelings are that he's annoyed at the cards he's drawing. So not really pleased with the cards. We'll go to game 6 here. Radjon has the call. See, his card strength metric's been even, with color luck has not. All right. Radjon has the game 6 call here. I know we have a cutoff of 5, so probably want to keep this moving along here. And Radjon gonna go with the OG7. And the green +2 to kick this one off.
Makes sense for Radjon. I mean, you are kind of close with 8 cards and you won on 6. So now that you're on 7, it does give you a viable shot to get the quick victory here and prevent Captain Gaming from forcing game 7.
Alright, green 5 from Radjon to open this one up. Closes the door right away. Cap Gaming said he was annoyed at the cards he was drawing. Is that going to continue into this game? For now, it won't with the green 7. Green 2. Both just running the numbers so far. It's going to keep going into both their second turns. Radjon is out. Can Captain Gaming keep it going? Captain Gaming does. That's 4 of his 7 cards on green to start this one out. So a decent start for him. Radjon's still drawing.
Yep. Meanwhile, it looks like Captain Game is on his way up. That might be a sign.
Has the lineup at the moment, switches in the red. Does that free up Radjon here? Cap Gaming maybe looking to pull a quick one here. Red 8. And no play from Captain Gaming. He is out. Now Radjon's going on the red.
Might be a good break for Radjon here, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Cap Gaming typing. He has the top deck wild. Goes in the blue.
Ooh.
A big top deck there from Captain Gaming. Gonna get to at least Uno here. Blue skip.
That might have forced it.
Well, he didn't link it here, so the game is still going on.
We'll see if this is a draw or does he force game 7 right here. I mean, if he does, we'll have back-to-back game 7s on stream with one stream left today. Or potentially one stream left today, I should say.
My guess is he doesn't have it here because he's taking a while on this one. Yeah, no, it doesn't have it there. So I had to skip in the draw. I'm guessing the blue wild is more to play defense, but I'm not sure how well it's gonna fare out. I'm not sure how well that's gonna fare for Captain Gaming here. Because I mean the
That's
hand was split.
unfortunate.
The hand was split. He had a different color as this other card. But now he's left the skip open here. We'll see if Radjon just keeps it blue or maybe he jumps on the skip to switch the color. Radjon's taking a second to think on this one. He's at 4 cards, so he is low. Yeah, really taking a while on this one here.
Yep, we'll just find out what we have here. Whoop.
Okay, so he's gonna switch it into red, but draws.
I can see why he did that. I mean, Cap Gaming also left an open skip, so it'd be.
That
Oh my goodness!
that
3
almost
consecutive open ammo.
that almost very much backfired there for Radjon there. Very fortunate that Captain Gaming did not have the finish, but gets 2 additional cards. Captain Gaming still drawing. Now Radjon's drawing, and this is looking not good. This is looking like a 2-color game here. Question is, who's going to be able to find that switch first? Radjon with the double play there has the reverse. May have held on to the reverse, but didn't want to leave it open maybe this time. Cap Gaming with another draw. Radjon with another draw, and Draw City keeps on going. Past 5 minutes here in this one. Draws keep on going here. And this is just the long draw city that's going to reset things here, so no one really able to get that quick plan A edge. Both are at 9 cards now. Draws keep on going. And oops, the
Here we
Radjon's going to break it
go.
with a wild. Going to go in the green.
We'll see how long he has to lead, or who knows? Man, might be able to have the lead to go to the end. We'll find out.
Well, ditto off the start. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at before. I mean, I think if it was a quick play, it would have been 2-color. But I mean, with how long we were on that, this might be 3-color right now because blue may come back into the equation here. We'll have to see. But I do think this will be predominantly green and yellow. It's both just kind of running green for now. I do think yellow will make an appearance at some point, and that just like I said, blue does come back into the picture here. Cap Gaming is switching it into blue.
Exactly. And of course, with yellow not even being played yet, it is kind of inevitable at this point that yellow will more and more likely show up for every card that's played so far.
Well, both running it down here. Last thing they want is a draw. Both picked up some blue along the way here, so it kind of is playing a factor here. I really think the question is, when is that yellow going to come out? Right there, +4.
+4!
And just plays down the yellow 4. Ditto play there again.
And
Seen a
just
few
like
of
that,
those.
Captain Gaming back to the point.
Yeah, Captain Gaming looking to try and force game 7 here. Radjon looking to end it right now. Yellow 9 from Radjon. Captain Gaming looking to go down to 3. He does. Radjon with a double play here to try to bring this back a little closer. Captain Gaming is out, though. So is Radjon, man. Both are just kind of having a similar lineup on the colors here, and it's just kind of being parallel at the moment.
Yeah, no
Captain
major
Gaming.
breakthrough just yet, but if Captain Gaming gets another +4, then he could really get the advantage right here.
Well, not a +4, but we do get a
Ooh.
wild into blue. Radjon gonna go there. Both are at 5 cards. Does that free up Captain Gaming? He did +4 out of the blue before. And it's gonna be a big run into red down to 2.
Wow. That might be worst case scenario for Radjon, but who knows? Maybe he has something on red.
Very much depends on what he has here, but that may have not worked out the way he was hoping for. Oh, has a +4. Held on to that one. Goes back into blue.
Oh!
Captain Gaming thought he had the edge there, but Radjon with a +4 in his back pocket is gonna keep it on blue.
I tell you, man, this is really becoming an action-packed game.
Switch to
Back
yellow.
to
Captain
yellow.
Gaming looking to play defense. Does get the defensive stop there, and it's gonna be a double ice as Captain Gaming not letting Radjon get his finish as we get another draw city on yellow.
2 +4s left. And with a lot of ammo remaining to be played, a lot can still happen here.
Alright, well, doubles green skips and leaves it open, so just getting rid of the green skips, I guess. But yeah, Radjon with another top deck wild. And that's
There
it!
it is! Wow! Big run from an open skip. Well, actually, wouldn't have made a difference on the open skip, but wow.
Wow, that finish kind of came out of nowhere there. But Radjon gets it done. It ends up being the top deck wild that wins it for Radjon as he will move on. Um, But yeah, I mean, Radjon, this was a pretty good, interesting series on both ends. There was a lot of defense played on both sides, but in the end, it's going to be some of those top deck wilds that kind of end up aiding you to your finish there. And in that case, allows you to get the 3-card finish there on that one and move on. Just kind of your thoughts on that series and now as you move on playing against 6 in the next round.
Wow, it was really close, man. I'm really happy now. Yeah, there was this lucky top deck wild there. Yes. So yeah, overall, really happy with winning. Didn't expect it any at all. So yeah. I need to recover from this.
Any thoughts on playing 6 in the next round?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, not specifically. It's gonna be tough as well. I think it's probably gonna be just as hard as it was now. I don't have that much specific thoughts about it. Sorry, but yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Can I get back on his leader? Never mind.
We'll see what Captain Gaming has to say. Just left a question for him. Had a lot of great defense in the series, but unfortunately, Trusty did not seem to be on your side today. Any thoughts on how this played out today? And looking ahead into the future for tournament 4. So we'll see if he has a response for that one. But yeah, Radjon moving on, kind of continuing the trend of trying to make that ladder. But we'll get you your updated bracket in just a second. Defended well with Radjon, attacked even better. I believe that's all he's got to say on that one. Yeah, I mean, tough way for he's got some more tough way for Captain Gaming to go out. But I mean, still, picked up the win. I mean, he's in contention, to make the playoffs for the first time in his career. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do that. But still got a long road ahead of him. Still got tournament 4 coming up. But yeah, felt like I had opportunities to win that fell away because of mistakes or bad luck drawing. So yeah, for Radjon, or not Radjon, for Captain Gaming, felt like there could have been moments where things could have turned around a little bit, but fortunately, it was not meant to be. Frustrated, but Radjon played better and deserved the win. Good games. All right, well, that'll do it. Yeah, Sign, any thoughts on that one? I mean, some good defensive back and forth there, but in the end, Radjon kind of able to get the better of Captain Gaming, and he moves on back into the round of 16 and looking to keep the run going.
Yeah, I mean, this truly did become a defensive series overall, and Radjon just knew what to do nearly every single time. I mean, looking at the ammo here, it looks like even though Cap Gaming had a slight advantage on the +4s and the +2 where it really counted, Radjon just had the wilds, used them at the best timing he could, and because of which he managed to hold off Captain Gaming, doing the one thing that he knew best in this match today, and it was total defense. Doesn't work a lot of times, G, but when you're stuck to plan B, plan C, D, E, etc., Radjon has known how to get it done and get it done rather quickly. So, great job by Radjon and a good effort by Cap Gaming despite the offensive pieces not working out for him. Cap Gaming will probably have a good run in T4, trying to keep his hopes alive for, at the very least, LCQ.